A new season is right around the corner, and the Colts are starting by making a change at head coach. Out is Frank Reich, who led the team to a 9-8 record last season and was 38-30 in his time with the team. Replacing him is 35-year-old Javon Gamble. Gamble is an Indiana native, even coached for the Hoosiers college football team, and had decent success there before accepting the offer to coach the Colts. In a press conference welcoming him to the team, Coach Gamble said that it's surreal to be in this position earlier than he expected. However, he is excited to get to work on making his mark on the team, and hopefully he can make the state of Indiana proud of his Colts again. As far as what we can expect to see from Coach Gamble, he's known for his spread-style, fast-paced offense. The reason for this, according to him, is because in addition to his love of football, he's also a big racing fan. From NASCAR to F1, he enjoys the speed and intensity of those sports and wants to bring that sense of speed to his football teams. On defense, his scheme is of the 4-3/4 variety, so expect to see a nice split of man and zone from this team, combined with the pass rushing talent, and we may have a top-level defense on our hands this year. On Coach Gamble's staff, the offensive coordinator is staying the same, as Garrett Pratt stays on board, due to already fitting the offensive scheme in a way. But Marlon Burgess has been let go and replaced by Sammy Rios because of the familiarity with the quarters 4-3 that Gamble wants on defense. Let's start talking about this roster that Coach Gamble is inheriting, and you can't start anywhere else than running back Jonathan Taylor. Last season, he made his first Pro Bowl after rushing for 1,811 yards and 18 touchdowns on 332 carries. In this new offense, expect to see Taylor's role not change a whole lot, as he's a key part of this offense's success. He's tough to stop once he gets going and can make defenders miss in a multitude of ways. If he gets off to a hot start in games this year, I believe this offense as a whole will feed off that and play at a high level as well. The Colts have had some great quarterbacks in team history: Johnny Unitas, Peyton Manning, and most recently, Andrew Luck. This offseason, they moved on from Carson Wentz, trading him to the Washington Commanders, swapping second-round picks in the process, and the Colts gave the third-round pick to Washington as well. Indy then traded to get longtime Atlanta Falcon and one-time MVP winner Matt Ryan to replace him. Colts gave up a third-round pick to get the veteran, and he is in a much better position to win now at this stage of his career with this team than he was in Atlanta. That's just the reality of the situation. Now again, we know Coach Gamble is going to run a spread offense, but he's assured the press, giving a laugh to the question, that Ryan will not be running any option plays because that's, quote, not where he excels. Even though he doesn't fit the scheme overall, he's still the best option on the roster currently at the position. Ryan is going to be throwing the ball to some very young, very talented receivers, with Michael Pittman Jr. being his number one target. The second-year man out of USC caught 88 balls for 1,082 yards and 6 touchdowns last season and was targeted 129 times. Expect Pittman to have a high number of targets again this season. As Ryan gets comfortable with the team, he'll lean on the young receiver for sure. We also can't talk about this Colts offense without showing Quentin Nelson some love. This team has been known to have one of the best offensive lines in football for a while, and Nelson is a big part of that. He's going to make sure Taylor and the running backs have holes they need to run through, as well as give Matt Ryan the time he needs to do his thing in the passing game. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler for a reason. Let's switch sides of the ball and talk about this defense. I don't think you can start anywhere else than up front with the defensive tackle DeForest Buckner. In his first 6 years in the league, he's made the Pro Bowl twice, once back with the 49ers in 2018, then last season with Indianapolis. That year he made it with San Francisco, he had 12 sacks and 67 tackles. 17 of those were for a loss. The perfect blend of strength, speed, and tenacity. He'd love to get back to that high sack number and carry over his 68 tackle season last year into this one. Darius Shaquille Leonard is another defensive leader we have to talk about as well at the linebacker position. In his 4 years in the league, he's made the Pro Bowl his last 3. Known for causing havoc all over the field in college, he got the nickname Maniac after a 19-tackle game against Clemson. And last season, he certainly lived up to it, forcing a career-high 8 fumbles. His rookie season set a career-high in tackles with 163, so I say the nickname is well-deserved. As a fun fact, and out of respect for him, he'd like to be known by his middle name Shaquille going forward. The last of the three pillars on this Colts defense is the former Carolina Panther cornerback, Stephon Gilmore. After trading away cornerback Rocky Ya-Sin to the Las Vegas Raiders to get Yannick Ngakoue, the Colts signed Gilmore in free agency to a 2-year, $20 million deal. He'll be looking for a bounce-back season in his first year with the Colts. He only played 9 games for the Panthers last season due to injuries, and with any luck, he can be productive this season, but more importantly, stay healthy to try and maybe recapture the play from his 2019 season with the Patriots, where he had career highs in interceptions with 6 and passes defended with 20. Wrapping up the team preview, Coach Campbell is also inheriting a 2022 draft class that grades out by a few experts in the B+ to A range. One of those players that is expected to have a role in year 1 is receiver Alex Pierce from Cincinnati. In Pierce's 45-game career with the Bearcats, he caught 106 passes for 1,851 yards and 13 touchdowns. His biggest game as a Bearcat last season was against Notre Dame, where he caught 6 balls for 144 yards. He can make big plays, but he's going to have to continue shoring up his catching regardless. During training camp and throughout preseason, defensive lineman Kwity Paye has impressed Coach Campbell and the staff. In a press conference, Coach Campbell praised Paye's ability to rush the passer and make life difficult for the quarterback. We should look forward to seeing him more involved in the pass rush as he's on the rise in that area of his game. Cut day has arrived, and here's the not so fun part, cutting the main roster down to 53 players. Jack Cohn gets sent to the practice squad, while Sam Ehlinger makes the roster as a third quarterback. Devontae Price and Deion Jackson go to the practice squad, along with Sam Nakua, Mike Strachan, Desmond Patman, Andrew Ogletree, and Dayo Odengbo. RJ McIntosh doesn't make the team. Chris Williams moves to the practice squad, as does Curtis Brooks and Eric Johnson from the defensive tackle position. Linebacker Brandon King doesn't make the final cut. Corner Anthony Chesley heads to the practice squad. With the practice squad full, that means safeties Armani Rogers and Trevor Denbo get cut, along with kicker Jake Verity, corner Tony Brown, and finally, veteran running back Philip Lindsay. Week 1 is here and the Colts will open up on the road against the Texans. I'm using TFG's rosters as well as XP sliders, and as far as gameplay sliders go, I am using Matt 10's All Madden set. I will put a link to the thread on Operation Sports in the description. Since recording this, we have updated the set to version 4, the one you're seeing in the video is version 3 as a heads up. Finally, I would love to get you all involved with this series by making players for you in the draft class, since I'll be using EA's generated classes this year. So I'll put a little form in the comment section down below in a pinned comment. If you'd like a player, just fill it out and leave it below as a comment. I'm so excited to really get the series going, and I hope you all are as well. Let's make it a great year of Madden 23 content, and expect week 1, the game, in a few weeks, as far as that goes. Leave a like, and if you're new, subscribe for more Madden and other franchise-related content. Until next time, B-Team, you know what to do. Keep on shining, and keep on grinding. I will see you all in the next one.